And welcome back to Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. I'm still telling the story of Chris Redfield, and this is part 6 of the mansion incident, which is the first chapter in Chris Redfield's story. So sit back, relax, stay safe, but as always, more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Previously on Chris Redfield's story, he came face to face with a giant killer plant, and thankfully he overcame the challenge of that giant plant. And hello to my lovely viewer, you're very welcome to Green-HillGaming. You're welcome to part 6 of the
Hello,
mansion
sorry I haven't
incident.
been here for a while.
Who do we have in the live stream? Elemental Ninja, no problem, man. No problem at all, man. You're very welcome to Green-HillGaming, man. You're welcome to part 6 of the mansion incident, the first chapter
Hey there,
of
Johnny
Chris
boy.
Redfield's story. Chad Middleton, you're also very welcome to Green-HillGaming, Chad. So Chad and Elemental Ninja, how are you both keeping? How are things? And you're both very welcome to part 6 of the mansion incident, the very first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. So yeah, previously on Chris Redfield's story,
I'm good.
glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Yeah, he fought off a giant killer plant. Plant 42, as it's called.
I'm officially in summer break.
Whoa!
On.
Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's good, man, that's good. He also came face to face with Albert Wesker, so he
Knock,
now knows
knock.
that Albert... Who's there? Who's there? Tell me, who's there? So he knows that Albert Wesker is alive and well. We still have to find Jill Valentine and Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers is still around somewhere. So the mansion incident
Johnny.
continues. Johnny who? That's when he started the live stream. I also got the helmet key, which is the final mansion key. Didn't mean to do that. Just doing a bit of inventory management. So I'm actually going to be heading back to the mansion to open the last remaining locked doors in the mansion, which is which is opened by the helmet key.
You're not finishing the joke, Chad.
I know, yeah. Come on. I said Johnny who? Come on, Chad. Tell us the rest of the joke.
Johnny, did you tell your dad good night? It's almost 12 am.
Is that the if that's your knock knock joke, man? I've heard some pretty bad knock knock jokes in my time, but fuck me, man. I would shut the door. I would shut the door back in your face, man. Just joking. But if that is a knock knock joke, that's just really, really like.
That was terrible.
That was absolutely
Emoji
terrible.
clown face.
That was absolutely terrible. That was the worst joke I have heard in my life. But at least you can take credit for telling the worst joke in history. Anyway, I need to take this crank with me. Right now, let me think. Fuck. Hello to my fourth
I caught a
viewer.
shiny slowpoke in Pokemon Sword today.
Ah, well done, man. It's not easy to find shiny Pokemon, man. That's not an easy task at all, man. Well done. That's... Oh, what did I get? I got
But
a
did you
shiny.
tell your dad good night, Johnny?
God, Chad, I hate to break your heart, man. You may want to. Are you sitting down? Chad, are you sitting down? I need to know if you're sitting down first, Chad.
And also a shiny lichen rock dusk form.
Ah, fantastic, man. God, man, it's not easy to get shiny Pokemon. Oh man, you've got a shiny Jesus, man. Good stuff. I'm just thinking what to bring. Do you know what? No, I'm gonna take a chance and I'm actually gonna put those handgun bullets away. Or no, should I? Shit, man, I can't decide what to do. Fuck. Do you know what? I'm just going to take a chance. And I'm going to put the handgun ammo away, which is, I know.
Good job, Elemental Ninja.
Chad, are you sitting down,
I
man?
have so many games I don't play on my Switch. Thank you, Chad. Same.
Yeah, same, man. The only Switch game that I've been playing, the majority of anyway, the last 3 months, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I played a bit of Streets of Rage 4 and a bit of Mortal Kombat, but I mean, there's a lot of Switch games that I haven't even touched some of my Switch games, to be honest with you. So, same, part 3. Alright, Chad, you were supposed to say, yeah, I am sitting down, or you're not sitting down, and then I would tell you to sit down. But no, Chad, this may break your heart, but no, I didn't say good night.
Johnny needs to play The Witcher 3, emoji smirk.
Is Hayachi from Tekken at this stage. No, Chad, come on. I'm not getting the game.
I haven't played Mario Kart since I got it.
Really?
Kart.
I've played a lot of that game, though, to be fair. But it's not a game that you would play like every day. But you know, it's nice to pull out of the collection every now and again. Okay, I'm actually going to put away those handgun bullets and just take a chance. Because I feel like I need to have at least one spare slot in my inventory. So that's taking a chance. But look, Resident Evil is all about taking chances. You know.
I 100 Breath of the Wild.
Hardly.
Nice.
Really? Seriously? 100% as in every single shrine? As in every single, what are they called? Fucking seeds that you collect.
Yes.
Damn. That is just, whoa. That's an achievement right there, like. Man, that's something you'd put on your CV, man, to be honest with you.
Took me a while. Baby DR Wario, emoji cool smile.
Here, if you ever, well, whenever you get a job interview and the interviewer says, what are your strengths? Man, you look them right in the face and you say, I 100% did. 100% did. I 100% did. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then say to him, what have you done with your life? Man, that is one hell of an achievement though, seriously. Okay, so Chris Redfield is heading back to the mansion. He now knows that Albert Wesker is still alive. Still looking for Jill Valentine.
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow
I know
give me
Brad
a
is still
sign.
alive.
Krista, Brad, can you hear me? Brad. Damn.
I think what he should be saying is Brad. Chicken Heart Brad. That's his nickname, I think. Why the fuck did you fuck off like a coward and leave us here? That's what he should be saying, really. Baby Dr. Warrior. Took me a while. Oh, I believe it, man. I would... Is that a dog? Oh, I thought I killed him. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck his life. Okay, I'm just gonna have to... Okay, you know what? Okay, live chat. Should I run Or should I kill? Run or kill? Let the live chat decide. Should I kill those dogs or should I run past those dogs?
Kill it.
Okay. The chat has spoken.
It. Go guns blazing.
Guns blazing, let's go. Oh crap. You know what, there's advantages and disadvantages to the old camera angles. The advantage is I think it makes the game look cool, personally. But I think when you can't really see everything, it makes it... But you know what, it makes it challenging, I suppose, and that's what the game is all about, really, so... Shouldn't be complaining too much about it. This is the way to go. My hill is actually fine, that went well. It went well, but the thing is, from here onwards I really should use my handgun ammo because I'm going to be facing a lot of hunters as opposed to zombies. So I want to keep my shotgun shells for that. Oh, there's bloody poisonous snakes now. I'm going to start dropping down soon. Fuck, right on cue, right on cue. Oh, what am I don't even need to bring the crank with me. Just realising I didn't need to bring the crank with me. That's when I'm getting the...
Be right back.
No problem. No problem. I'll be here for a while. I'll be here for at least an hour. Yeah, I'll be here for at least an hour. No. Wait a second. Oh, I don't need to use it now, so it's fine. Damn it anyway, completely fucked up. I'd nearly go back, to be honest. No, I'll risk it for a biscuit. It's worth the risk. And you know what? I will be right back myself. I won't be long. I'm still here, like. I'm still technically here. Still here. Still here. Just doing a bit of multitasking. I'll wait until everyone is in the live chat before I mention this, but I have actually some very exciting news to share in regards to my Resident Evil Village theory. I don't want to call it theory yet, but discussion at least. Oh shit, man, I'll have to get myself lost here now. What the fuck? Let me just figure out where I'm going before I finish this conversation. So yeah, it's true here. Yeah, some very exciting news to share in relation to my my Resident Evil Village. There's more. Someone left. Oh, who's this? Who left this? Use this to protect yourself from the monster in chains. That can't be hurt by guns. I also fixed the doorknob to make sure you can get away. Wesker, thank you, Wesker. Only problem, Wesker, is I don't have any fucking item box right now to put any of these fucking things to. So, thanks, Wesker, but no thanks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really, Wesker? Okay, I'm probably going to have to go back there and... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is classic Resident Evil 101. Look at the amount of... I normally wouldn't complain about having that amount of health, like, but Jesus Christ. Okay, that's fine, because that will go straight to my already shotgun shells. There's like 3 fucking first aid sprays. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Alright, you know what? I'll just do a few trips back and forth. It's fine. I don't think I'm that far away from an island box anyway, so it's fine. I'll just turn. Wait a second, I'll be going back there anyway. I'll take that with me as well. Jeez. You know what? I have no choice. I'm gonna have to go to an island box anyway, regardless of. Did I kill the dog here? I did. No, I'm gonna have to equip my shotgun here because spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. First encounter with a hunter. In just a moment. Nice little cutscene actually. So Chris Redfield is about to come face to face with one of the most deadliest biological weapons he has faced so far in the mansion. Now I know he's fought a giant snake in it. Jesus Christ. Three shotgun shells it takes to kill them. Now sometimes if you're lucky, you'll just take one shotgun shell. If you're extremely lucky, that is. Okay, so I need to... The Spencer family emblem is...
They came back in Revelations.
On a second here now.
That's it.
Hello Imran, welcome to Green-HillGaming. You're very welcome to the live stream. This is part 6 of the mansion incident. It is the first chapter in the amazing story of Chris Redfield that I will be telling on my channel. How are you keeping? Great to have you in the live stream. They came back in Revelations. They did. A lot of them came back. Now, sorry, I'm just looking at this door, right? Okay. As you may know, don't know if you know this, but I've discussed Resident Evil Village a few times on my channel. And what I've said so far, one of the things I've said so far is I think that there's going to be a big connection between Spencer, his background and his family to Resident Evil Village. Okay. Now in the trailer to Village, when you see the castle and you see those 4 women, there's a door behind the woman. And there's like a logo in the middle, but around the logo, oh fuck, do I have a screenshot of this? I'm sorry enough for doing this in the middle of a live stream, but this is just me all out. Okay, I'm going to very briefly watch the Resident Evil Village trailer. And I will keep it short and I will keep it sweet, but I just want to take a quick look. Because I think that image there, that little emblem there on the door itself. Now I know it's saying the doorknob. The Spencer family emblem is a completely different thing.
Morning from Pakistan.
Good morning.
I have to watch Village trailer again.
Oh man, you should definitely watch it. And I'll tell you, actually, I'll give you a timestamp. Hello from Ireland, by the way. I'll give you a timestamp actually. We'll watch the whole thing obviously first, but I'm just like having a quick fucking freak out here now because I think I've just found something very, very interesting. Okay. Oh God. It's hard to see from here. Okay, it's nothing like it. It's okay. It's not exactly like it, but there is, if you go to 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the Resident Evil Village trailer, again, it's 2 minutes and 5 seconds. There's a door behind the woman. I don't know, it just looks a little bit like the Spencer family emblem. I mean, it's not exactly like it, but anyway. Okay, back to was my live stream. Sorry about that. Just needed to check that. But okay, yeah, I definitely should check out that Resident Evil Village trailer. And once we have a good few people in the live chat, I'm actually going to share some very exciting news regarding my Resident Evil Village theory. That's theory, a Spencer connection. I think Spencer is going to play, Spencer or his background or family is going to play a big part in Resident Evil Village, in my opinion. Okay. They don't come back to life, do they? Those hunters. I hope not, Jesus Christ. It wouldn't be nice overall. So what's really funny, I'm actually only starting to really use my there's the typewriter through here. I'm only starting to use my my map for the first time in this game, which is bizarre.
I'm back.
Welcome
Do a separate
back.
review video for Village trailer. Good morning to you, Shiraz.
A review for the trailer. That's an interesting. I may do that. Right now, and welcome back, by the way, Elemental Ninja. Great to have you back. You're back just in time because I'm going to share some very exciting news.
Did you know DR Disrespect got banned on Twitch?
I did. I'd like to know what he did. That's the thing. All I'm hearing is that he's banned from Twitch, but what I'm not hearing is why he was banned from Twitch. But I did hear about it, right? But you're back just in time, Elemental Ninja, because I'm just about to share some very exciting news regarding my Resident Evil 7 discussions. So I have a theory, okay? I have a theory regarding Resident Evil Village, and I believe that Oswald E. Spencer, the one of the founders and the CEO and president of the Umbrella Corporation, his background or family will play a large role in Resident Evil Village, right? Now I have just found out today that not even apparently, according to IMBD, or is it IMDB or BD? I don't know. Their website that will tell you the cast of a movie, TV show, or a video game. They'll tell you, like, for instance, for a video game, they'll tell you like the voice actors who are voicing the characters. Well, apparently there's a character called Alan R. Spencer. Now, according to the leaks, there's a character that's going to appear in the game called Alan R. But according to the IMDb, this character is called Alan R. Spencer. So if that is true, then that more or less confirms my theory. And I'm actually delighted with that. I'm so happy with that. That is absolutely amazing. Like, again, I don't know how accurate this website is. It is an official website, like, you know, IMDb, I think. It is an official website, but I was looking into it, and sometimes it mightn't be accurate, other times it is accurate. I don't know, but if it is true, it 100% backs up my theory. And apparently he's voiced by the same person who voiced Jack Baker in Resident Evil 7. Get his name. But yeah, there we go now. So if there is a character called Fuck You Hunter. No, if there is a character. So yeah, according to the cast of Resident Evil Village, there's a character called Alan R. Spencer, and he's got the name Spencer. So my theory has been that Spencer's background or family will play a part in Resident Evil Village. So, you know, my theory is more or less backed up if that cast is official. And I really think it is official. I really, really do. I left some bullets in the room on the right. That's odd, isn't it?
Will he be a Templar?
No, he will not be a Templar. Let Ubisoft tell the Templar stories. Let Capcom tell, the biowarfare and bioterrorism stories. That was a good one, Chad. That was a good joke. No, far better than your knock joke. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. I'm also gonna put my key in here, just so I want to have enough space for everything. So that is very exciting. Is it IMBD? Do you know what? I'm gonna have to confirm that because the fucking OCD in me needs to solve that. It's it's IMDb. They're basically, IMDb is the world's most popular and authoritative source for movie, TV, and celebrity content. So they're very proud of themselves, and I think it's actually a part of Amazon as well, apparently. But according to that website, it's like, I'll give you an example, right? Give you an example. The Joker, right? Not particularly video games. So let's just say The Last of Us 2, right? IMD, The Last of Us 2. So this is the IMDb for The Last of Us Part 2, and it will give you videos, it will give you photos, it will give you a synopsis of the story, and it will also give you cast and crew. So for instance, Joel voiced by Troy Baker, Ellie voiced by Ashley Johnson, I would presume, it doesn't give me the full, Jerry voiced by Derek Phillips, Tommy voiced by Jeremy Pierce, Jesse voiced by Stephen A. Somebody. So it'll basically give you all the cast and crew of The Last of Us 2. So in The Last of Us 2 case, all the voice actors. If it was a movie, it'll give you all the actors, okay? So it's a website, it's called IMDb. I'm sure people are aware of it. So according to the IMDb of Resident Evil Village, there's a character called Alan R. Spencer. Now, that's not too far-fetched, because the leaks have been saying now for a long time that there's a character in Resident Evil Village called Alan R. We just didn't know that it was Alan R. Spencer. So I'm telling you, I'm really excited if that is the case, if it is true. Oh man, I'm so happy, because the door was being repaired. When I opened the door, I thought I was going to say it wasn't repaired there for a second. So if that is true, and there is a character called Alan R. Spencer, then again, my Spencer connection theory is fucking confirmed, and I'm so happy with that. Oh god, no idea how happy I am with that. I don't even know like how Spencer popped into my head, like when I was starting my kind of discussion of Resident Evil Village and my theory, and I was thinking, what could all this be about? But I think it was the design of the castle, the umbrella logo that was shown in one of the puzzles in the trailer. The fact that was in a castle, something just told me Spencer. Something just told me like Spencer. This castle has to be connected to Spencer. And then I just remember looking again at the umbrella logo and thinking it reminded me of like the umbrella emblem that you would see like in games like Resident Evil Remake. This game right here, when you got the Spencer family emblem, which I'm actually going to show you in a second. It all reminded me of that. And then I went away and I looked up Oswald E. Spencer, and I realised that his family were European elitists. They were billionaires. They were aristocratic, and that just made me think, holy fuck, the appearance of the ladies that you see in the village trailer.
I'm gonna go now. Hope you have a good.
Thank you for that, and it was great to have you in the live stream, man. And I will see you next time. And enjoy your night, and I will see you in the next live stream. So did I get everything here? Okay. So that's 2 more first aid sprays. I'm happy with that now, considering how many.
Did SpongeBob pop up in your head too?
Who's that? I don't know who that person is. Who is that person? I don't know who that person is, Chad. I'm sorry. So I can take this back now, because I don't need shit. I would leave that there for now, because I know this. I'm actually confused now. I don't need that yet. Oh shit, what do I need? Oh, it doesn't matter. But I will have. Do you know what? I'm going to pick it up anyway, just because I want to show you something. Because this is what you're looking at there is the Spencer family emblem. So just look at it. Like, that was the first thing that popped into my head. Like, what are you looking at there? And even look at the oh fuck, hextangle. Is that what it's called? Look at the shape of the emblem. The shape of that emblem or object, metal object, is the same shape where the umbrella logo is situated in the Resident Evil Village trailer. Okay? So you see an umbrella logo in the middle of like a giant stone that's the same shape as this, and obviously there's other. But the interesting part is what's on top. What's on top of this? Like I'm going to talk you through this, right? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to like talk you through what I'm trying to say, basically. That's why I keep it short and simple. So once again, in the Resident Evil Village trailer, and even on Capcom's official Resident Evil Village website, there's a key piece of art which shows it's a hextangle, isn't it? Is that what it's called? Hextangle. A hectagon. Oh, what the fuck, man. This shape, anyway, what you're seeing there, right? And in the middle, right, there's a stone with the umbrella logo. And then surrounding it is 4 other pieces of stone. But what's to say that what you put there, what you put on top of that stone in the middle, is this? Because it just seems to make sense. It's hard to describe. You have to be looking at what I'm looking at right now to understand. But see the way there's a gold stone in the middle of the umbrella logo, because that's where the Spencer family emblem came from. It came from this right here. That's kind of what that's where my Spencer connection theory came from. Yeah. So I think that in Village you can actually be placing the metal part. So it's the stone part, right? You could be placing the stone. Sorry, that is the metal object, isn't it? What am I saying? Stone and metal object. Say the gold part, right? I think that you could be putting the gold part onto the umbrella logo. Again, it's hard to describe. You'd have to see the screenshot that I'm looking at right now to understand. But anyway, this isn't a Resident Evil 7 discussion live stream, so we'll forget about it for now. But mark my words, I'm telling you, and right now, according to IMDb, there's a character called Eleanor Spencer. So mark my words, there will be a Spencer connection in Resident Evil Village. It is going to happen. Anyway, back to Chris Redfield's story. That's what it's all about. Alright, so there's quite a few helmet doors in the mansion, so this is what this live stream is going to be all about. So far I've handled myself quite well now with those hunters. So far so good. Right, we'll get ourselves sorted out here now a bit. Okay, so I'm going to keep the first aid spray. I feel first aid spray is like the last resort when it comes to health. So I'll be happy enough with just regular mixed herbs. Even though it's the same strength of a first aid spray, but still, you know what I mean. Okay, where's my key? I have my key. I don't know what, I don't even... Oh shit, see, I need to think now about this, because... Do you know what? For now, I'm actually going to put away my handgun. For now. I think that should be enough. For now, I'm going to put away my handgun. So, don't need to bring anything with me. There's a fucking puzzle that involves this here. I'm telling you, like, I'll leave it alone for now, but I'm telling you, I'm going to need it at some stage. Sorry if I went off on there, my Resident Evil's Village theory. I'm absolutely obsessed with that theory, the Spencer connection, as I've called it. So I'll stop talking about it now, and I'll keep that for my Resident Evil Village discussion live streams. We'll get back to the Chris Redfield's story for now. So yeah, there's a hunter up here. I know there is. No, I thought there was a locked door up there.
You ever watch Father Ted?
How did you know about... I did. I have. I've heard of the show. I've watched that show as a kid. I still watch it as an adult. It's a very, very good show. It is very, very funny. I'm well aware of Father Ted. Big fan of Father Ted. And I'm also aware that the creator, Graham Linehan, has been banned from Twitter because he said that a man is not a woman. And a woman is not a man. He's stating a scientific fact. It's nothing to do with religious beliefs. It's not about being a bigot. It's not about being transphobic.
YouTube recommend me the Father Ted is a racist clip.
Are you serious? Sorry, I thought you said there was like a video describing that. Yeah, that's actually a very funny episode. That's a very funny episode. I'd recommend Father Ted to anyone, really, to be honest with you. But apparently the snowflakes don't like Father Ted because of him stating a scientific fact. Apparently now these liberals don't even follow science anymore. They're just, it's a free for all. It's a free for all now for, yeah. But yeah. That's basically the story anyway, without going into Johnny Talk's episode. But yeah, Father Ted, love that show. Oh god, I hate this puzzle. I could actually get squashed probably easily here if I don't be careful.
Yeah, I thought it was funny and great timing on YouTube part. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, YouTube recommendations are really something else, aren't they? Ah, shit. I don't know how to do this puzzle. Seriously, Chad, I don't have a clue. You see him? Oh god, what the hell? Oh, I have to. I'm so used to the original. I'm used to the original more than I am of oh god, more than I am of oh god, get over. See, if I die, like I have to do all this again, like so. Well, this should work, shouldn't it? Put that right in the middle. It should work. Well, kind of, wouldn't it? Just push it all the way to the end. Wait, I'm gonna fuck this up now, I know I am.
I've been watching Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
What is that? Shit. Oh no, I have to put it in here, don't I? Oh fuck. Shit. Look at the picture behind me. How creepy is that? Now, will I be able to... Oh man, that is one dodgy puzzle. That is one dodgy fucking puzzle, man. Holy fuck, that's too dodgy.
A parody of Stephen King and General Hospital.
Oh, cool. Ah. What the... I had that nod. So, well, I know Stephen King, General Hospital. The only thing that popped into my head when he said General Hospital was Team Hospital. I don't like this puzzle. This puzzle is too nerve-wracking. Seriously, man. what if I just chance this now? Because, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. You know, Chris Redfield is going to have a very short story if I don't get this right. What if I just press the switch here? No. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can do a quick turn. Ah, it's this puzzle. Fuck. Ah, this is too much. Stop. I'm dead. Shit, my heart. Chad, how do I do this? Like, do I have to... I feel like I'm doing something completely fucking wrong here, like. There was no way at not. There's no way to fucking hell. Come on. Push it. The statue here is not budging, so it can't be a case of... What an annoying puzzle. Fuck it. What am I doing? Can I push it in further, no? Definitely goes in there, like. Shit. Oh, fucking hell. I might have to go out and back in again because this puzzle doesn't seem to want to work. Oh. Fucking hell, like. Chris, will you? Fuck's sake. Nah, that's not happening. This puzzle's not happening. Like, it doesn't want to happen. Right, let me go back in again because I must have done something wrong. Shitty puzzle. Okay. Like, this puzzle's not really moving.
If only they made Resident Evil into a shooter.
Well, Resident Evil has guns. Did anybody have the umbrella logo on the floor there? Like, again, if you look at the village trailer, like the way the umbrella logo is placed, it's just... And again, it's not just the umbrella logo, it's actually the Spencer family emblem logo as well, so... Okay, I actually hate the fucking controls in this game. Chad, I have no idea what's happening here, man. This could be a long live stream. Buckle up. We could be here all night. For fuck's sake, Chris. Inside. Push it over here. It's not pushing enough, like, that's the thing. Wait, what if I just pushed them? I don't know. Fuck's sake, Chris. Can I push it over here? Fucking hell. Is it taking so long? Nah, there's something not right with this puzzle. Or nothing right. If I can't push it up here, so oh Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. Wait, what the fuck just happened here now? Wait, I just... That's...
Hey.
Hello! How do you do? Martin, welcome to Green-HillGaming. This is part 6 of the Mansion Incident. It's the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story, which I'm telling.
Welcome, Martin.
In my live stream. I'm stuck on this extremely annoying puzzle. With a capital A. I can't figure it out at all. I don't know what's happening.
Well to bad Resident Evil Village 1 TB on current console.
I don't think it's a bad thing, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a bad thing. Every console comes to the end of its life cycle. Just like the PlayStation 1 did. And we got a PS2. And
I'm not getting next console for a year or two.
are you one of those people, are you? That's okay. That's okay. But look, that's the way it's always been, man. Resident Evil Code Veronica X didn't come out on PS1, did it? It came out on PS2. And I remember it because it was one of the first PS2 games I got. I think it's great. I think it's great that Resident Evil Village will be next gen only, because they can take full advantage of the next gen consoles, as opposed to Ubisoft, who like to make like Assassin's Creed games, and EA, who like to make FIFA games, and they release them like on PS4, and then all they're getting basically is an upscale version on the next generation of consoles. Whereas Capcom have said, well, you know what, we're going to go all out on PS5 and Xbox One Series X, so they can get the most of their Resident Evil engine, and they can make the most of those next gen consoles, like no loading times and 3D audio. So I personally think it's a good thing. Like, I suppose...
I honestly didn't want to upgrade, really. Xbox One X wanted to stick with for a while, those SSD cards.
Yeah, oh, you know, man, I just think it's always... I mean, look, see, that's the problem. That is the problem, you see, with the whole mentality of, you know, halfway through generation releasing an upgrade. I'm used to, like, 5-6 year console life cycle. A new console comes out and you get it, and that's what we're seeing here. And I know it's annoying if you went out and bought an Xbox One X, or if you bought a PS4 Pro, and you're like, fuck up, and you have to buy these consoles, you know, that can be annoying, that can be frustrating. But sure, look, I don't know, man, it's always been the way, hasn't it? Like, can someone please tell me how the fuck to solve this puzzle, seriously? Wait, I think I might have it. Or do I? I have no idea, do I? No, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh shit. I don't know, I'm gonna get myself killed here. Wait, is it?
They make you get the next console by making a game as exclusive, which piss me off.
Yeah, but it's not that they're making... Oh, I don't know, man. Look, all I can say, man, is if you want Resident Evil 5, or if you want Resident Evil Village, man, you'll get a PS5, man. That's all I can say. So I don't know if it's been so, like, straight out about it, like, but it's just, I don't see the issue, like, personally. I don't see the issue, like. People are paying, like, over $1,000 for a mobile phone upgrade. I'm sure they can buy a fucking PS5 and Resident Evil Village to go along with it, you know what I mean?
I play Xbox, not PlayStation.
Alright. Oh, we got one, well, then why the fuck you on my light? I'm joking. Yeah. Okay, well then get an Xbox Series X then, I don't know. Because whether you like it or not, man, that's the way it's always been.
The small Series X.
That's the way it's, I mean, like what, well, it was like 7 years into these consoles' life cycle. I mean, like, I think it's great that they're Capcom are going all out with next gen, like, you know. You're going to see a game built ground up for next gen. This is what you want to see. So I can't say like I'm on the side of like being angry at Capcom for like going all out. Like, I mean, you know, be honest now for a second, right? If Capcom didn't make Resident Evil Village,
at least Halo is playable on every console.
Be honest now, right?
Halo Infinite. Like,
you'd be complaining then that Capcom didn't put Resident Evil Village on next gen. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it as it is. Like, some fans are just never happy without complaining about something. And as far as Halo being on every system, like, well, then that means that Halo is not going to be built ground up for Xbox One X, which technically means that it's the same thing as Breath of the Wild on the Switch.
This year didn't he have that many good games?
You know what I mean? So basically, the way I look at it, Halo Infinite is the exact same thing as Breath of the Wild, as far as like it was a game built
Cyberpunk 2077 is cool.
Yeah, I didn't look too much into it.
Avengers game not so much.
Yeah, I'm not really big into Marvel. Let me just fucking complete this puzzle before I say one more word, because this puzzle, I don't understand what is happening with this puzzle, like. Okay. There we go. Puzzle solved. All that for a fucking flash grenade. What? Oh, I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to go down there yet. Jesus, I know for a fact it's too soon to go down there. Oh wait, I think I know what that is, but I'm scared to go down there, to be honest. If I go down there, like,
I wonder what games 2021 will bring.
You can't see very far into it though. Oh, I'm not going down there yet, Jesus Christ. I'll keep that for last. I feel like that could be the
Swinna Hellblade 2 in December.
So I'm gonna go down there. So we get back to your question. I wonder what 2021 will bring. A lot of games. I don't like. I'm saying this in a good way now. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying this in a good way. Be the same as any other year. Like, great games will be announced from a lot of different companies, especially with the next generation of consoles, PS5 and Xbox One Series X. Say no more about Google Stadia. Google Stadia is dead on arrival, simply because I don't see a Google Stadia icon for Resident Evil Village. I can understand why there's not a Switch logo. It's pretty self-explanatory why there isn't. So I'm actually going to go down here. Actually, fuck it. I'm going to regret this, but fuck it. Oh no, it's fine. I can go back up again, hopefully. Right. So yeah, it's self-explanatory why there isn't a Switch version of Resident Evil Village. But considering that, like, Google were like, subscribe to Google Stadia, and you can play all your games on any screen without a console. Really?
How many Resident Evil games do you think there are left? 50 emoji flushed face.
Left. Man, I will take as many Resident Evil games as I can get. How many Marvel movies that are going to be? How many Marvel comics that are going to be? How many James Bond movies that are going to be? How many Doctor Who series that are going to be? I wonder how many more Marvel movies there's going to be. How many DC movies there's going to be? How many times they're going to see Joker and Batman portrayed on TV screens? You know what I mean? So the more the merrier is what I say. The more the merrier. Bring on Resident Evil. I know I have 2 of these emblems.
New video game franchises from each year.
New video game franchises from every year. What do you mean now? New video game franchises from each year. You want a new video game franchise each year. Alright, this is a interesting document here now. This is from November 29th, 1967. I can't get out. I have tried every possible way to escape, but only to be faced with the reality that I'm trapped. I've been everywhere. The laboratory with the large...
Swinna Hellblade new franchise.
That's actually not a new franchise. As in, like, it's not. Sorry, it's not a new IP, because the fact that it's a sequel. Like the second part is. I know what you mean, but like, yeah. Filled with those dark, wet, eerie caves. What can I do? At first, I didn't want to believe my eyes, but that familiar high-heeled shoe in the corridor. It was like reflex. One name came to mind, Jessica. I don't want to believe they share the same fate as me. No, I can't give up hope. I have to hope they're alive. November 30th, 1967. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for the past few days. I feel like I'm going crazy.
If you had to guess, what would they call Resident Evil 9 instead of saying the 9?
Well, I was watching.
Emoji thinking face.
I was watching a load of Resident Evil Village theory videos and discussions and all those type of videos. There was a name that came up, and it was Phoenix, because the name Phoenix, the word Phoenix, ends with the letters IX, which would be the Roman numerals for 9. And it sounds really good as well. And there's a lot of interesting theories out there, you know, about Resident Evil Village, including like the like resurrecting Wesker and stuff like that. So it would make sense. Personally, I don't have a clue. They might decide just to go back to the numbered series and just call it Resident Evil 9, or they might call it something else. I don't really have a clue. I think they're putting themselves under pressure if they have to kind of come up with a word like Phoenix, just because they have the IX, like. But I don't know. But Phoenix does sound good, right? Like, I'd say. Why is this happening to me? Why do they have to? Oh yeah, Martin. I have an interesting theory involving Resident Evil Village. I think there's going to be a Spencer connection. I think Spencer, or his background, or his family, are going to play a huge role in Resident Evil Village, and it's been backed up today. I was watching a YouTube video, and he was talking about that IMDb have the cast for Resident Evil Village, and there's a character called Alan R. Spencer. So it pretty much backs up my theory. What do you think about that? Why you don't have to die like this? I was too obsessed with designing this nasty mansion. I should have known better. November 30th, 1967.
We were still trying to figure out whose story S finishes, since it says it in Resident Evil Village.
But the obvious one is Chris Redfield.
Spencer's gay son.
Like, my God, you get banned for saying something like that in today's world. Possibly. But I do think that it makes sense, though, that he could be a son or some kind of a family member of well, he gets the name Spencer, so he's obviously family. Yeah, the obvious one there about someone's story finishing would be Chris Redfield. But like, anyone who thinks it's Ethan Winters, like, really? Ethan Winters, what story does he have? Like, what story? I mean, if you were to think of a story, right? I mean, what? Like, he has like one chapter. I mean, that's not a story, so it's not Ethan Winters. The obvious one is Chris Redfield. But then again, like, that's the obvious answer. So there could easily be like another character whose story comes to an end that we don't really kind of. What if it actually is Oswald E. Spencer's story, in the sense that, like, that all of this started with Oswald E. Spencer, this whole entire story.
They were trying to develop his character more to make him likable. Leon is the true hero of Resident Evil. Emoji cool smile.
Nah, he's not, Chad. No, he's not. It's all about Chris Redfield, man. It's all about Chris Redfield. I'm just going to throw it out there and say that it's Oswald E. Spencer. Oswald E. Spencer's story comes to a close because, listen, I'm a die-hard Resident Evil fan. And I dare say that I know more about Resident Evil lore than some of the developers developing the fucking game. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. And I've had people telling me that too. I know my shit. I know my shit when it comes to Resident Evil. A lot more than what some Resident Evil fans will even know. A Resident Evil fan who thinks that Umbrella Corporation is a pharmaceutical company that has secretly created biological weapons.
How do you think the fans will react if Ethan kills Chris?
If Ethan kills Chris, I think the fans will be extremely pissed off, to be honest with you. Extremely pissed off. And I'd be one of them, to be honest. I don't hate Ethan, I just think that a character like Ethan killing off Chris Redfield would be really fucking disappointing.
Better than Abby.
Better than Abby. Fuck's sake. But I think that his story comes to a close as referencing Oswald E. Spencer, because the entire Resident Evil story centers around Oswald E. Spencer. I'm not going to talk about that. I leave my earlier live stream speak for itself. I made a live stream saying who is Oswald E. Spencer, so you can check that out, or else you can just Google Oswald E. Spencer and find out everything about him, and you will see with your own eyes that the entire Resident Evil story centers around Oswald E. Spencer. It's not about Leon with his cool one-liners. Do you know what I mean? There's a much deeper story going on, and I think that Resident Evil Village will explore Oswald E. Spencer's story a lot more. We all know that he died when Westwood killed him, but look, he still has a story to be told, and I think that is the story that will come to a close. It was a dark and damp underground tunnel and another dead end, but even in the darkness something
They
caught
would
my eye.
probably call Ethan the character killer if he killed Chris.
I know, yeah. I think don't be misled by the trailer or what Capcom say. You know,
Leon also has the leather jacket and cool hair, Johnny.
he's all right, like, but he's not. He wouldn't be like. I mean, all those people love Leon. I guarantee you they weren't even old enough to play the original Resident Evil 2. They're just like, oh, I played Resident Evil 4. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. You know, but yeah, there's a lot more characters that have been through a lot more and have fought
Some
a lot
people
more.
thought Claire was in Village. Maybe Jill Valentine. We haven't seen her in a while.
Maybe some people thought Claire was in the Village. To be honest with you, it's possible, like, but the leaks have said that it's a character called Emily, so maybe Jill Valentine. We haven't seen her. I don't think so. I think they're not gonna like become Super Smash Brothers, like, you know what I mean? They're not gonna say like everyone's here, you know, for fuck's sake, like, you know, it's not gonna be an all-star cast, like. I mean, you know, Chris is there for a reason, but like, yeah. Carefully, I lit the last match. I had to see what it was. A grave. But
They're
deeply
not doing
engraved.
many new characters.
Not doing many new characters. Yeah, they're not gonna like. It's not going to be an all fucking cast. Like, you know, it's Ethan Winters is the main character.
Who do you think the old guy is?
Like in that video that I was watching
Barry.
today. Jesus Christ, took the words out of my fucking mouth, didn't you? Jesus Christ, Chad. He literally took the words out of. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Burton himself. According to the IMBD, which also states that there's a character called Eleanor Spencer. I think that it could actually be him, especially if you look into the leaks that says that Alex Wesker makes a comeback.
Doesn't he die?
Doesn't he die? Doesn't he die? Man, last I heard, Barry Burton is alive and well, man. A grave, but deeply engraved into the stone, it was my name, and it wasn't Barry Burton, it was George Trevor. At that instant, it all became clear to me. Those bastards knew from the beginning.
He
that I'd
did
die
get grabbed, so.
He got grabbed. Who are you talking about now? Do you mean the old guy at the... Oh, there's a few old people in the trailer. Do I think he's dead? I don't know, man. I mean, he could get grabbed, but it doesn't mean he's necessarily dead, like. That instant it all became clear. Those bastards knew from the beginning that I'd die here, and I fell right into the trap. But it's too late now, I'm losing it. Everything's becoming so far away. Jessica, Lisa, forgive me. Because of my ego, I got bored of
The
you
wolf
involved.
grabbed him.
Yeah, that's the guy you're talking about, yeah. Well, I think it doesn't necessarily need to be dead, like, you know what I mean? The wolf could have grabbed him, like, but doesn't mean he's dead, like. Involved with the damn conspiracy. Forgive me, may God justify my death in exchange for your safety. Yeah, I know the guy you're talking about now. The guy at the start of the trailer that shoots at Ethan. And he's like, who are you? Who sent you? They're here. And all this kind of stuff. There's a switch. Press it. So yeah, poor Mr. Trevor. Oh, fuck, should I go down there now?
Do you or about Chris Squad in Village?
Oh, fuck, man. Come here.
Or no?
Forget that now for a second, man. I'm after going down here way too fucking early. Holy fuck. Yeah. Way too early. Well, I mean, I have my shotgun shells and I have my health, but still. I don't like the remake. As far as like, I'm not used to the remake, you know what I mean?
What do you think?
What I think right now is I need to fucking focus, that's what I think. Sorry, no, but that's what I think. I'm fucking poisoned, that's what I think. Fuck's sake, anyway. So the carry box lies discarded shell with motor spider. Ah, for fuck's sake, anyway. What's down there? It's the first aid fucking spray down there, is there? I can't pick it up.
I mean like a face reveal of Chris Redfield's team.
Chris Redfield. A face
If it
reveal.
happens.
Sorry, no, I'll respond to you in a second now. I need to play Resident Evil.
Too many puzzles.
Unfortunately, this isn't Resident Evil 5, like, you know, where you can just, like, close your eyes and fucking play Resident Evil at the same time, you know? It's a serious business. This is the big boys fucking league, you know? This is where the big boys play. Fuck's sake.
Who were the person in the ski masks behind Chris them from the trailer? RE5 a masterpiece.
A masterpiece of shit is what it is. Get the fuck. Dead. Yeah, that's what Resident Evil 5 is, man. A masterpiece of shit. Now, there's a couple of items around here. Where the fuck am I going?
I don't know how to feel about fighting vampires.
They're not vampires. Martin, they're not vampires. They're not vampires. This isn't Castlevania. There's no vampires and there's no werewolves in Resident Evil Village. They're biological weapons, made to look like vampires, made to be like werewolves, but they're not actually werewolves. There's not going to be like, oh, there's a full moon, better watch out for the werewolf. Oh, there's a vampire.
Then why did she bite him?
Because she's infected. She's infected. Why did Mia Winters pull out a fucking chainsaw and cut off her husband's hand after he just rescued her? Come on, like. We are talking about the same series, aren't we?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. You know, I have to talk like this because it's important. I was watching a ton of Resident Evil Village videos
Hopefully
today.
there is a cure.
And I had people calling Alex Wesker a he. Right? They were calling Alex Wesker a he. I know we live in a very strange fucking world where he is she and she is he.
Female tyrant from Dead Aim, emoji smirk.
I've also had a person saying that Alex Wesker was Albert Wesker's daughter. So it's just people who just don't understand the Resident Evil series. And I have no problem educating the uneducated about Resident Evil, okay? So let me tell you, there is no werewolves, there is no vampires in the Resident Evil Village trailer, okay? They are meant to look like vampires and meant to look like werewolves, right? They're infected. They're not themselves. And also they could simply be worshipping the blood of Ethan because he is infected with a virus. So I hope that clears things up for you. Thank you. Now there's an item somewhere around this area. I don't even remember this location. I swear to God I do not remember any of this. This is so fucking surreal. What the fuck is all this like? Power supply for the... Oh, the elevator. Power supply appears to be functioning again. Oh, I know what this is.
Chris Squad is a secret group of Templars.
A secret group of Templars.
Do you think Maya would still be alive after getting shot by Chris or no because she was infected?
That's a good question, actually. Because there's no confirmation that Mia has actually been cured. Like, there's no like proof of that. That's a good question. I like that question. I think considering everything that we see in Resident Evil 7,
Next trailer better show aliens.
I would better show aliens. I wouldn't be surprised if she was still alive. You know, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that Ethan shot her in the head at the beginning of the game, and she was still alive. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if she was still alive. Yeah. And I will look at all those questions in a second. I'll just need to fucking play.
Maya might try to hurt Ethan again.
Yeah, like, I mean, exactly. Exactly. My next live stream is definitely going to be around Mia Winters, because I think that's exactly it. Like, are people forgetting? Are people actually forgetting, like, you know, who Mia Winters is? Why does it tell me there's something in this fucking? Oh, yeah. I'm missing something here. There's something here. Actually, I might just look at those comments now. Actually, get through them. Do you think they'll tell us more about Chris' squad? The
Maybe
squad.
Ethan figures out Chris is the good guy and teams up with him. Emoji thinking face.
Okay, Chris's squad that you're. I like how you use the word squad. Like, it's not gonna be like, you know. Okay, Chris's squad is the newly reformed Umbrella Corporation, or as the fans have called it, Blue Umbrella, or Umbrella Blue. That's who Chris's squad is. Chris is now working for the Umbrella Corporation, the newly established or re-established Umbrella Corporation. That's who Chris's squad is. That's what I think. I think that's Chris's squad. I mean, like a face reveal of Chris's Redfield's team. I don't think it's necessary, unless one of them was a central character in the game. Otherwise, I don't think it's necessary. Who were the persons in the ski mask behind Chris? Again, the Umbrella Corporation.
Chris turning into Big Boss.
He's not turning into Big Boss. Like, it's not a
Could
big boss.
Zoe be connected anyway to Resident Evil Village?
I'll get to that in a second. I don't know how to. Again, there is no vampires. They're infected. They're infected. Okay. Yeah, they're infected. I mean, zombies make sense because the humans are reanimated. So somebody who's been reanimated is a zombie. Do you know what I mean? So zombies, obviously, like, there's been zombies. The Resident Evil series is established on zombies. That makes sense. But as far as vampires are concerned, no. They're infected. And one of the earlier leaks of Resident Evil Village stated that this cult worships the virus.
Infected with the vampire virus. Emoji smirk.
Fuck off. Then she, then why did she? Again, she bit him because his blood is infected, and they're worshipping the virus. Hopefully there is a cure. Hopefully, yeah. Chris's squads. Do you think Mia would still be alive after
Maybe
getting shot?
Zoe makes a return and helps Ethan?
Again, I think that everything that Mia Winters withstood in Resident Evil 7, I wouldn't be surprised if she was still alive, and if she's still infected, for that matter. Maybe Ethan figures, oh, Chris is the good guy and teams up with him. Not if he kills Mia, no matter what. Could Zoe be connected anywhere to Resident Evil Village? No, I think the Baker family is over. The story of the Baker family is finished. I think that's why they did Zoe's DLC, where what did they call it again? It was about Zoe and her uncle Joe Baker. The Baker story is complete, so I don't think she'll play any part in it. personally. So I don't think Zoe will return at all. I don't think Zoe will return at all. That's just what I think anyway. What I also think is there's a fucking item here that doesn't seem to want to show up. It's annoying, you know, to be honest. Hidden. A hidden item. Could be a herb, could be anything. There's a lot to be said about Resident Evil Village, isn't there? I like talking about it, but I like talking about it, but I don't like to look too much into
Maybe
it.
Ethan teams up with Emily to stop Chris.
To stop Chris from what, though? Chris is not, do you think Chris is a villain? He's not a villain. He's not a fucking villain, like. Jesus Christ, like, he's Chris Redfield. I mean, look at him right now, he's fighting bioterrorism. Bioterrorism and biowarfare has defined this man's life. He's been fighting it for the majority of his life. He's not going to do a Marvel and just automatically become a bad guy because it's cool and edgy. Fuck's sake, that's not happening. Okay, it's not happening. He's not going to be...
I mean, if he gets infected.
If he gets infected, look, that's a different story. You know what I mean? I will say that, like, if he doesn't get infected, it's a different story for a different day, but, like, whatever the fuck is said about, like, that, like, I mean, the fact, I knew there was something here. So, okay, that area has been fully explored anyway, at least. If he's infected, then, yeah, that's a different story, but if he's not infected, he's not a bad guy, like, and... But people, please remind themselves who the fuck Mia Winters is. She worked for a criminal syndicate. And not the kind that fucking sold fucking funny fucking, you know, wacky tobacco. Do you know what I mean? Or fucking weapons in the black market.
Because usually the characters meet in Resident Evil games.
A fucking criminal syndicate that developed the biological weapons. Evelyn. She was responsible for the fucking development of Evelyn.
He's possibly getting bamboozled like in Revelations.
I'm getting bamboozled right now having this conversation, to be honest with you. You know, fuck's sake. But yeah, people need to know their stuff, like, you know, like, know who Mia Winters is. She's not some kind of fucking princess, you know what I mean? Living in a castle, innocent Mary, like, you know. She created Evelyn, the biological weapon. Who is Chris Redfield? Former member of STARS, BSSA. Right, he fights bioterrorism. Has anybody ever thought about the possibility of Chris Redfield only learning out, you know, that Mia actually was working for the Connections? Anybody ever think about that possibility? No, that never popped into their head, no? Now there's an area back here I need to explore because I always want to get everything there is to explore on the map. But yeah, just think about that. Like, just remind yourselves who Mia Winters is. It's not like Mia Winters is an innocent fucking victim in all of this, like, you know. She lied to her husband about who she was and who she was working for. She was responsible for the creation of a biological weapon, and she played a part in it being leaked. And she was still lying. So just remind yourselves who she is, what she is, and what she's done. For God's sake, just do that one thing. Just do that one thing, huh? I'm getting really worked up now about it, but like, it's, yeah, just I don't know, I just think that the Resident Evil fan base has like split so many times. There's people who only played like a couple of games, you know, there's people who
These
only played like...
infections seem more dangerous than 7.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That is true. That is definitely true. Ah, fuck, I'm getting the hell out. Oh, there we go. See? Oh, I can't even pick it up now after all that. For fuck's sake. That is just so annoying. Well, if there's a thing... Ah, fuck it. It's only... Angle clip to be... But for that... Oh, here we go. What the fuck? Don't need to fight him. Right now. Where the fuck am I? Oh, there's an elevator. No, wait a second now. I'm gonna get confused here now. There is an elevator.
Last I remember they were on the helicopter, so where would you start off?
Resident Evil Village takes place a few years after Resident Evil 7. So unless there was a very long fucking chopper ride, then sorry, I'm being very sarcastic now. It's just, just know your stuff, man. That's all I ask. Just know your stuff before you ask questions. That's what, I'm not being bad or funny or anything like, but just try to be as real about it as I possibly can. I'm so far away from it. Fuck! No. Fast zombie one. That was a fast zombie, oh for fuck's sake. They're literally everywhere. You're gonna blow up here. There we go. I'm so far away from a fucking ink ribbon. Or Jesus Christ. I'll have to come back. I'll have to come back here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think when you enter the castle it will be huge.
Oh, it looks like a pretty big castle, to be honest with you. Fuck.
Many rooms.
I'd say so, more than likely. Looks good for a headshot. Oh man, right.
That one puzzle seemed to be a little hard, the one on the door.
Yeah, it looks like you have to get 2 pieces. I know, I need to focus, man. I'm sorry, I know for being so like sarcastic, like, but this isn't easy. Like, this isn't 5. Like, this isn't. Look, just like that. Like. This ain't no Resident Evil 5. Very low on action and high in survival horror. The fuck? Oh, that's handy. That's handy now because I think it's. Wait, no, a second. I have to follow this map, even though I'm terrible at following maps. Ah, that's perfect. The engraving is literally right. There. Well, around the corner from here, at least, anyway. Yeah, there's a lot to be. Who's that concerned? There's a hunter up here. There's a lot to be said about Resident Evil Village.
I wonder how many bullets they give you to start out with.
In Village, I don't know. It's going to be survival horror, but they are going to, as they said, up the ante on action. So I don't know. Personally, I don't know what they could do there. But there's a lot to be said about the game. There's a lot of theories. Theories are fun, but only when the person who's making the theory, you know, understands the Resident Evil lore.
The inventory is a suitcase.
Yeah, it's a suitcase, yeah. Some people are saying that it'll be like Resident Evil 4, but the developers themselves said if you're familiar with the inventory of the Resident Evil 7 and 2 remake and 3 remake, then they'll feel right at home. So I don't think it's going to be too much like Resident Evil 4's inventory, at least according to Capcom anyway. You know, it's coming directly from Capcom themselves now, like, so I would be more inclined to believe Capcom than to believe anybody else. But yeah, I mean, I like discussing Resident Evil Village, but just as long as we both understand the game, like we're both talking about the same game and we understand the lore. Look, I understand that not everyone is going to know as much about Resident Evil as I do. You know, I don't expect that from anyone.
No, a lot of action, more horror.
Well, they did say they were going to up the ante in action, so that's coming from themselves now. Like, so I you know, whatever comes of that, like, but fuck, where am I going? So yeah. A lot of action. I mean, personally, I'd like if they, you know, up the ante in fucking horror. To be honest with you, that would be something that would excite me more. But you can't have it all. So, you know, I'm just trying to focus on playing Resident Evil and doing this at the same time, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Let me tell you. I wonder, can I? There's an elevator here. It doesn't look like you can. Alright. I should have got my gun, shouldn't I?
I think when it is dark outside in the woods part, when you try to find the puzzles, the wolf infections will follow.
Yeah, possibly. You're very excited about the game anyway, which is good. I need to go back and get my handgun, because there's only fucking... But then again, like, oh Jesus Christ, this is so annoying. I'm going to take my handgun with me, whether I agree with myself or not, but... Handgun...
I remember one had a hammer.
Yeah, the giant hammer,
Cute
yeah.
one.
Yeah, a bit like the Executioner from Resident Evil 5. Right, so I'm going to fucking go crazy. No, I'm going to go to my handgun. Right. Fuck, this is actually so annoying. Like, the inventory in these games are so fucking annoying. Do you know what? I'll put it on my health. That should be okay. Fuck, I don't know, like, what was not in, like? Jesus Christ. Game is starting to annoy me now. Jesus. That should be okay. No, but I only have 15 fucking bullets then, like.
Do you think the Albert gun makes a return in Resident Evil Village?
I have no clue, man. Sorry, no. I don't know, like. I don't know everything, like. Jesus Christ, like. I don't the Albert, I don't know, why would it, like. I don't know. I know that there was a weapon used to, it was used to combat. Oh fuck, so I'm on fucking. Ah! Wait, no, a second, I need to use this. I honestly, man, I don't know.
No, I get.
It's a biological weapon that or it's a weapon that destroys biological weapons, so it could. But the exact same gun, I don't know, like, I don't know. You can, like, I mean, I know about Resident Evil lore, but like, just like, I mean, none of us are going to be able to tell for sure, like, what Resident Evil Village is going to be like until we actually play it, like, so. There's going to be a lot that we don't know about the game. You know, we can theorize about it and all that, like, but yeah, there's still so much we don't know about it.
Resident Evil 4 remake, they said, also happening.
Yeah, that's rumored to be happening as well. Although naturally I'm more excited for Resident Evil Village, new entry into the series. I think Resident Evil 4 is great as it is. I don't think it needs to be remade.
Hopefully the remake is better.
Better than what now? And I think Resident Evil 4 is honestly as good as it needs to be. You know, I don't think that the... Now, where the fuck was that handgun ammo? Ah, for fuck's sake, man, where was that? There it is. No, really, I think that the game is fantastic as it is, and I don't think it needs to be... I don't think it needs to be remade in any capacity whatsoever. That's just what I think now. I mean, like, you know, but... I suppose, like, for anyone who didn't have the opportunity to play Resident Evil 4, maybe just getting into the Resident Evil series, maybe the remake would be good. But even still, though, you know, and actually, even still, with that said, right, even still, I think like playing Resident Evil 4 as it is...
Though they are making games look more clearer.
Yeah, but if we're talking about the original Resident Evil on PlayStation 1, okay, it makes sense to remake that. You know? Or if you're talking about Resident Evil 2 and 3, the original versions on PS1, okay, makes sense to remake those games. Right, but you look at Resident Evil 4, the original version, even on the GameCube, that game looks fantastic. And it's already been remastered. So, I don't know, I just don't think there's any need for that game to be remade. I'm getting lost here now. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, the lift. I gotta go back up. No, what the fuck, man? So fucking lost. What was I saying? So, yeah, Resident Evil 4 doesn't need to be remade, in my humble opinion. But look, if they want to remake it, they'll remake it. You know what I mean? Whether I like it or not, they'll do it. Like, you know, so.
I would honestly be surprised if they did do a remake on 5-6, which won't happen.
Man. What would that even be? Like, what would that even be? How the hell could you actually remake 5 and 6? Like, what would that even be called? Like, that's just, I don't know what the fuck to say anymore. Apart from headshot. No, but honestly, like Resident Evil 5 and 6, come on, they were released on PS3 and Xbox 360. They would be identical. Like, you gotta look
Resident
at how...
Evil 1 and 0 needs to happen with remake, unless 1 already had remake.
Okay, my head right now is about to be remade from that comment. I'm sorry, no, what? Resident Evil 1, it was... This is Resident Evil 1. It's a remade. Already. Oh, sorry, no, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, my mind can't fucking keep up. Jesus Christ. They already remade this game and it doesn't need to be remade again. Like, how many times can you remake something? Seriously.
OJ.
And as far as 5 and 6 is concerned, oh, look at this shit now. Oh, this is the part of the game where the inventory just goes absolutely fucking insane, like. Fucking hell.
Should Resident Evil 0 get a remake or?
No, it shouldn't. No. It should not get a fucking remake. Jesus Christ, man. So that is what I think. That is what I think. I don't think that Resident Evil 0 should get remade. But why? Like, why would it need to? Like, it's just like insanity. Like, oh, I need to get to a fucking item box and I'm miles away from it by the looks of it. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's two here. See this, Martin? You don't see this in Resident Evil 5 and 6. You don't see this in the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3. This fucking hardcore level of inventory management is just absolutely insanity. I'll have to go back again. This is getting really fucking boring now, to tell you the truth. But no, I don't think that Resident Evil 4 needs to be remade. I don't think that Resident Evil 0 needs to be remade. I think the character models look like they look fine. You can remaster them, which they already have been. But as far as the remake is concerned, like, no. There's just absolutely no bloody need for it, like, at all. It's, yeah, oh, am I going, oh, where am I fucking going? No, this isn't the right way to go, is it? No. Get discombobulated here, like, this is insane. Yeah. By the way, what's your favorite Resident Evil game? Out of the whole series? Actually hard for me to pick one, to be honest. Because, like, you know, when you like a series, you love a series, like, it's hard to pick one specific game, like, because it's an entire story, like, so it's almost like asking, like, what's your favorite chapter? You know, that kind of way, like, that's what I look at Resident Evil as now. I look at Resident Evil as a complete story, like, so to be able to only have to pick one chapter is kind of a tough one. Put the battery in there for a while. I'm going to take a huge chance here now. And I'm going to, let me think, shotgun shells. That should keep me, oh, there's 2 pieces of fucking herb there as well, though, that's the thing, like. Mansion key. Taking a huge fucking chance here now, but should look. Well, all that's there is green herb, though, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, when I ask a question, then Martin is quiet. The irony. The irony. The fucking irony. Ah, there's nobody watching the live stream now, apparently. Oh, the irony of this live stream is just... I think Chris Redfield appearance in Village. And then ask a question, what's your favourite Resident Evil? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. Chris Redfield's story will continue regardless. So Chris Redfield has a couple of doors to open up so far. So fucking, he has the helmet key. Well, I don't have it on me right now, like, but what the fuck am I saying? I'm tired and I'm angry. I don't know why. But there you go. Anyway. That isn't the way to go. Fuck's sake. This part of the game, it tests your inventory management, and I'm telling you, like, it throws everything at you, like. Here, Martin, are you still watching? And it's time for me to ask you a question now, and the question is, what is your favourite Resident Evil game in the whole series? got about 30 minutes left on this live stream because I don't want it to be too fucking long, you know. All the herbs. Like, I'm not complaining that there's too many herbs here, but fucking hell, like. But it's definitely important to do this though, to get all these herbs, because you will need them. Alright, so this area is more or less completed. Lift is... What the... That lift definitely had a red next to it. What am I doing? I don't know why I'm getting so fucking angry or something. Like, I don't know. I think I get annoyed when like there's so many people asking the same question about Resident Evil Village, and they're just asking them because everyone else is asking them, and a lot of people don't even know the lore of the Resident Evil, and they're like saying things like, "Oh, vampires and werewolves are making an appearance." It genuinely annoys me. Like, I just think that there's very few people who actually know the lore of Resident Evil, like actually, like 100% actually know the lore of the Resident Evil series. So that annoys me. Look at this now. I'm already fucking. Oh my god. I do think that they should have some sort of a backpack in there in Resident Evil Remake, because your inventory does get very full, like, very quickly. Right. So what's the story with the fucking red thing? What's going on, like? Oh my god. Alright, I think I'm finished with this area, so I can go back. That door's locked. Right. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the inventory and what was the door that I unlocked? Oh, for fuck's sake. What was the door that I unlocked? That was the door that I unlocked. Okay, so I'll come back there in a second. But first, I'll start up my inventory yet again. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna walk on eggshells when I say this. Like, I just really dislike. I dislike. How can I put this? Yeah. Like, there's Resident Evil fans and there's not Resident Evil fans. Right? I don't like people who are not Resident Evil fans who like to give their thoughts on the series and like to give theories, you know? Imagine if I, like, gave my theory on Marvel all of a sudden. Do you think that Joker and Batman will ever get together? You know, or some shit like that? Like, you know, that's what I think. I think I have an Oswald Spencer mentality when it comes to Resident Evil fans, you know? I like to create a new world of highly intelligent Resident Evil fans who know what the fuck they're actually talking about. Boom. So yeah. That's what I think anyway. That's too crude. Perfect timing there with the lightning bolt. No, but it's true though. That's how I feel, man. No idea the amount of Resident Evil Village videos I've watched where people like fucking talking complete shite, like they were even calling, like they were literally talking like about, like, you know, the virus in Resident Evil Village, like whatever virus is going to be, like they're like, oh, it's uncertain to see what type of virus the Umbrella Corporation are creating now, and they're like, oh, it's like so funny. Who do we have in the live stream? Milkman the Gamer, hello to you, and welcome to Green Hill Gaming, where I am telling the story of Chris Redfield. This is part 6 of the Mansion Incident, which is his first chapter in his amazing story, which I'm really enjoying telling. So how are you keeping? And once again, welcome to the live stream. I was a little bit pissed off there for a while because I love giving my thoughts on Resident Evil Village, but I like when people ask questions, and I like when people give their theories, but only if they actually know about Resident Evil. Do you know what I mean? Not just like going off what other people are saying. Like, but yeah, nonetheless, welcome.
I have been keeping up good. How about you?
Glad to hear it, man. All good now so far. All good. Hyped for Resident Evil Village, which is why I decided to do this kind of like series on my channel, really. Which is all about Chris Redfield telling his story. Alright, so my inventory is not too bad now. I think, I feel like if I fucking have to go back to one more item box, I'm gonna snap. Well, I need a key anyway. You know what? I might just chance not taking health with me, but I feel like I'm gonna need more than 6 shotgun shells. So, oh wait, hold on a second. I still haven't even used my assault shotgun yet. So, oh fuck, I'm confused. All right, never mind. I'm going to. I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't see myself facing 3 hunters wherever I'm going, so I'm gonna stick to this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay, come on. Risky, but that's how we do things. Right, so am I going back here? Yeah, like, I mean, can you believe there's people out there who call, if it's put this way, like, if you're going to do a video on Resident Evil Village, then surely.
I never played this game before.
Oh, you never played this game before, the remake? You should, man. You should. It's a great game. But yeah, if someone's going to make a Resident Evil Village theory video, you would expect them to know about the series before they do that, you know? That's what I would like to think anyway. That's what I like to think. But then, no, what you have then is you have people calling Alex Wesker he. And you have people saying that, then you have other people saying that she is a daughter of Albert Wesker, and oh, Jesus Christ. Acting like the Umbrella Corporation are still in business and doing, you know, creating the T-virus and all this, like, you know, like, fucking hell, like what are these people talking about? Like, what are they talking about? Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, seriously. Do you know? And then, like, all these people who are, like, feeling sorry for Mia Winters and, like, seeing Chris Redfield. How was Chris Redfield a bad guy for killing a biological weapon? Can you please tell me that? Because somebody out there, please tell me that. With a logical response. How is Chris Redfield a bad guy for killing a biological weapon? Or somebody who was involved in the development of biological weapons? Because if Mia Winters is still infected, then she's a biological weapon. Therefore, Chris has neutralized a biological weapon. He's a good guy for doing that. I know we live in a world where bad is good and good is bad, but come on, it's just taking the fucking piss, don't you think? That's kind of taking the piss, like, don't you think? So Mia Winters is either still infected, and even if she's not infected, it doesn't take away the fact that she worked for the connections who created the biological weapons. So I just think there's people out there that need to be educated on the Resident Evil series, and I would be fucking happy to do that. I don't care how people react to that. I don't care how they fucking feel about it. I'd be happy, more than happy, to do that. Like, I know my shit about Resident Evil, and I don't shy away from the fact that I know my shit about Resident Evil, you know? I'm proud of the fact that I know my shit about Resident Evil. Along the way, then pity about him. That's how I feel. Alright. Right. So I see a couple of red doors. I hope I'm going the right way here now, but I was telling you, a hunter's going to jump around here in a second. I can just sense it. Not. Now where the fuck is the lock? Oh,
Green Hill question, but do you play on PC?
No, not a PC gamer, not a PC gamer at all. Hold on a second, what the hell is going on here? No, I don't play on PC. Use the helmet.
PC Master Race.
No. Console gaming is where it's at, man. Console gaming is where it's at. Always. Always and forever. Always and forever. Crap. Yeah, that's what the PC gaming is. Crap. Joke. No, I fucked up here now. Why can't you just fucking... Oh, Jesus Christ. Really, like... So I need two things here.
Lord Gabe's Steam Summer Sales, emoji cool smile.
Lord Gabe's Steam Summer Sales. Where am I knowing this? Oh, it isn't too bad. Oh, well, it kind of... Wait, was I here already? Was handy.
Got to go Green Hill, have a good day smile.
No problem, thanks for that by the live stream. Right. I need to start the fucking...
Bye Milkman.
That sounds so funny when the computer says that. Bye Milkman. Yeah, one thing that people definitely should know about me by now. If they don't know this about me by now, then you don't know me at all. That is that I'm extremely passionate about gaming. Sometimes that passion gets the better of me, and I come across as a narky son of a bitch. And if I, like, you know, if I genuinely offend anyone, then I suppose I am sorry, but I don't mean to. It's pure passion. And I just think when people are coming at me with these, like, the only way I can put it is like just stupid questions about Resident Evil Village, then I'm gonna get annoyed, and I'm gonna call you out on how stupid you are, and that's just the way it's gonna be. That's just the way it's gonna be. Okay, that's not down to me trying to offend anyone. That's me just basically educating people on Resident Evil. But there are more definitely people who like go out on a limb to actually like make these theory videos. Like if you're actually going to go out on a limb and make a video about like what you think is going to happen in Resident Evil Village, for the love of God, just know what the fuck you're talking about first. That's all I ask. You know, like if you're going to like make a video and then you're going to say Albert Wesker is Alex Wesker's father or some shit like that, I mean, fuck off, like seriously, like just stop being, cease to exist, basically. Now, to get back to Chris Redfield's story, this is where this is actually a very significant moment for Chris Redfield. And it's going to it's going to affect Chris Redfield in a massive way here, in relation to trust, who Chris Redfield can trust. And it's just it's a significant moment, and I just got on with it. Basically, it's a mail. This is mail to the chief of security. So bear in mind now, at this stage he knows that some sort of an accident has occurred in a lab underground this mansion that has resulted in these biological weapons, the zombies and giant killer plants and snakes that have been attacking him and killed his comrades and friends. He knows that it's as a result of a virus called the T-virus that will dramatically alter the DNA of an organism. And he knows that many of the researchers who were experimenting on it have also passed away in this mansion, and people who knew about the secret of this mansion has died. But he's now going to find out a whole lot more, and it's going to be just terrifying. Confidential. Attention to the Chief of Security, dated July 22nd, 1988 at 13 minutes past 2. X-Day is drawing upon us. Execute the following procedures within 1 week. Prompt actions are demanded. 1. Lower stars to the estate and obtain BOW's raw combat data against stars. 2. Collect 2 embryos of each mutated specimens as samples, excluding the tyrant. Dispose of the tyrant. 3. Ensure complete disposal of the Arklay laboratory, including all personnel and test animals. Disguise their deaths as an accident. When the above procedures are executed, report to headquarters for further instructions. If for some reason you are unable to execute the procedure by the deadline, report immediately. In case of emergency situations, report directly to the extension number 5691. Good luck, Umbrella Headquarters. I actually discussed Umbrella Headquarters in an earlier live stream today when I was talking about the Umbrella connections to Resident Evil Village, and I spoke about how you never actually visit the Umbrella Headquarters. You know, the place where everything is controlled. People get confused with the Paris facility in Code Veronica with the Umbrella Headquarters. The Paris facility is not the Umbrella Headquarters. It's just one of the many European facilities of Umbrella, but the actual headquarters themselves has never actually been explored. And even if that was the headquarters that you see Claire running through at the beginning of the game, which is not, but even if it was, you don't actually get to be in that building itself. So they could very well explore that in Resident Evil Village. But there it is. This is where Chris Redfield learns the truth. That somebody, he doesn't know who yet, but somebody in Umbrella has been basically involved with lowering stairs into the mansion to gather combat data of their BOWs and to collect embryos of each of the biological weapon except the tyrant, and to ensure complete destruction of the lab, disguise the death as accident. Boom. Boom. The biggest, probably one of the biggest moments in Chris Redfield's mansion incident story, to say the least. It's just such a real, striking moment for Chris Redfield. Realising that this whole thing has been a trap. This whole thing has been at least a setup anyway. So it's very, very symbolic. It's extremely symbolic. to get the eagle to look away. Yeah, Umbrella headquarters doesn't really get shown in this area at all, so it would be interesting to see if that gets shown in the village. Actually, I don't even think you need the yellow gem. Got it. I think you do. You put into some sort of a jewelry box, I think. Right. So now we just put the red jewel into the fucking the tiger head, which thankfully is only down here. So it is not too far away. Fuck. Oh Jesus Christ. So Chris Redfield coming face to face with very, very deadly biological weapons called hunters. I'm going to put one away. I don't think the yellow one is important for now. Put that away. Unfortunately, look all the health I have. No bother using that. I'm actually going to use up those shotgun shells as much as I possibly can. So I have a what you call it, I have an assault shotgun. So as soon as I use up the shells on the regular shotgun, I'll switch over to the hunting shotgun. That has 10 shotgun shells in it, so fine. Now where is that second hunter? I can hear him. What the fuck? Okay. What the? Oh Jesus Christ. Good God above, I didn't realise he was behind me. Fucking scary shit right there. Genuinely. Now where is the don't know if it's in here or if it's, I don't think it's not in there. I think. Yeah, it's not in there. Okay, I think once I do this puzzle I might just save the game. It's getting a bit late. Where's this puzzle? It's in here. tiger head puzzle. So now let's put the red. Holy shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Wrong color. My bad. What the fuck? I've never seen that happen before. That was strange. So I suppose it's the yellow one. I always thought it was blue and red. What do you need? But wait a second. The fucking thing took my fucking gem. So what the fuck is going on? Did I get the... Oh, don't tell me I fucked up. Don't tell me there was something really important in there that I needed. And I fucked up. And I can't go back and do it again. No, it's going to ask me to take it out, isn't it? It's going to ask me to take out the fucking thing, isn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. But I can get rid of my old shotgun then, that's fine. Oh, fuck no. I think this part of the game is actually one of the most frustrating parts, to be honest with you. But I'll get back to Chris Redfield's story anyway. So he's learned now that stars have been set up by Umbrella. And Umbrella has been mentioned for the first time as well, so, well, he obviously would know who Umbrella are, like, you know, but as far as, like, being associated with what's going on here in terms of, like, the T-virus, Chris Redfield now knows that he has been set up by the Umbrella Corporation, been lured into this mansion. Battle their biological weapons. Right. Fucking hell. I don't know what's going to happen here now because okay, it's still on the floor. But I think I need that gem though. I probably just put in the wrong gem there, but I think I need that gem. This is the correct gem. Yes, this is the correct gem. Problem is I don't have enough fucking... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's fine. The more disc. Which is going to come in handy for the end of the game. Alright, I think this is as far as I'm going to go in this live stream anyway. It's not every door open, but there's only a few. There's only a few doors that you open with the helmet key. I think there's literally one more, possibly two. I don't know, but that actually went better than I actually thought it would be. To be honest with you, I thought there was going to be a lot more like frustration for this section of the game. Only frustration that happened in this live stream is just for myself. To be honest with you, just such a passionate Resident Evil fan. I like having discussions involving theories, but I'd much prefer if there was a strong amount of people who just knew the Resident Evil series as I do. Like, I'm not going to talk about like vampires and werewolves. There's going to be, I'm telling you for a fact, I will bet my life on it, that you're not going to see an actual werewolf or vampire or even witch for that matter in Resident Evil Village. You're going to get people who think they're witches. You're going to get people who want to be vampires, or you're going to get someone who looks like a werewolf, but it's actually going to be explained by a virus. So that's all I'm going to say there. No, so I have myself, I can put this in here. Oh god, I still have so much help. It's lovely. It's lovely. I'm going to take some help with me. And that's going to be it really. Let me just check there now. Imagining round spring, hard mixed out, prostate, spread, mixed out, yeah, monk of health, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, that's going well. Right, that's my gripping. Rightio, so that is going to do it for this live stream, part 6 of the mansion incident, the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. What has happened so far significantly? Well, the biggest thing, the only thing we need to speak about is Chris Redfield has found out the name of the group involved in this viral outbreak that has resulted in zombies and zombie dogs, that has killed his friends and comrades. It's called the Umbrella Corporation, and he's also learned that he has been, stars were set up by the Umbrella Corporation. They were actually lured in here by this group themselves to gather combat data on their biological weapons and to pretty much dispose of them and to blow up the lab and basically cover up their doings. So yeah, so that is the end of the live stream, and I will see you. So to make sure that I save my game, I know I always do this. If it says 11 on it, then it has been saved. Yeah. Oakley dokley. So thank you to those who watched. Thank you to those who...
They couldn't find another group for combat data.
You know as well, actually, before I do go, do you know like the mysterious organization? I don't know if you know this now, chat, because again, like I know a lot about Resident Evil, so I don't expect everyone to know, but what I will say is I don't expect everyone to know everything about Resident Evil, but just when it comes to making any form of theory on Resident Evil 7, I do prefer if those people actually knew about the Resident Evil series. But before I go, this mysterious organisation that Albert Wesker was trying to sell into after the events of the mentioned incident, you never really get to hear that organisation. Like, there's other organisations that you hear in 5, like Tricell and other organisations. Forget the name of the one that was in Revelations, or Revelations 2. But you do find out about this company called The Connections in Resident Evil 7, and I think that's actually the Umbrella opposing company. So that could be the other group. But anyway, there you go. That is the end of the live stream. Chat, I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming, and thanks so much to all who watched, and I really hope that you enjoyed. And I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming.